Hey you, yeah you, are you looking for an escape? Maybe just for an hour to laugh, cry, roll your eyes, or even just have a minute to yourself.
Or ever just want to embrace your feminine side, and what better way to do that than have the color pink riding shotgun, as pink isn't just a color, it's a state of mind. Thanks Audrey Hepburn for that quote.
Then look no further. Introducing the new podcast, Truth and Pink.
We're Sarah and Channa, 1979 Gen X, strong. But more Zennials, that forgotten little slice of Gen X with just enough millennial edge to know what TikTok is,
but way too cool to care. Some time to get into it. Like, I knew what I wanted to do. I just needed to find the time and the space for it. And I feel like kind of like you said, I created a space and I was like, okay, I am taking up this space. This is what I am doing. It also, so I'm very pleased with everything. And I'm so proud of you.
Well, you obviously need to hear what she said today.
I did.
You needed to hear that.
I did. And it was like, I didn't cry at the end because, we do like you start in she called it a dead man's pose. You start a dead man's pose and you end in the same pose. And that's usually where you start because you need to just let all the bullshit go.
Yeah.
Like, just let it all go. And then you end that way because then, you can, take in all the energy and this and that. And that's usually like my crying point. If I have like a lot of stress or whatever, that's usually where like the tears start coming down my face. But today, like, there were no tears. I was like, okay, this was good.
Got this.
Yeah.
And either way, if you got the tears, that's okay. There was a release that needed to happen and you needed to flip that valve and you didn't. And that's okay too. Like, that's so amazing. I just love it. And I think whoever created the ClassPass thing or ClassPass, that's pretty brilliant. So and you don't feel bored.
You don't. And that's exactly, I was telling one of my other girlfriends about it today and she was like, wait, are you kidding me? And she called me and she goes, what kind of amazing thing are you talking about? And I was like, yeah, somebody was brilliant and is making millions off of this because I don't want to spend $130 a month and go to one gym.
Right. No. Right.
I want to spend half of that.
Right.
And which I'm not going to, and go to all the different gyms. And that sounds like such a better idea. And what a way to market yourself too, because, not everybody wants to pay the $130 a month, but if you can put your gym or your studio into this ClassPass, you'll get more people that come on a regular basis. I don't know how they get paid. I'd be interested to see how they get paid
into the system and they get something back. But either way, I think I love when things are beneficial on both sides. Right. I don't feel used or taken advantage of. The business owner isn't having to give away their, everything just to get a customer.
To get people. Yeah. So super happy with it. So I am excited to hear about all of our fun and exciting.
Yeah. Well, and I played in the golf tournament this last weekend.
Okay. Tell me all about it. That's right.
It was so much fun.
I loved your little post, having fun with like your little tiny.
Yes. Well, we only did, I say only, it was 9-hole tournament. At Newport Beach. Can't go wrong. It was
beautiful.
So lovely. It was so nice. And just a shout out to these girls. 2 of them had never played a course before, ever. They'd only been to the driving range. And just to see them like walk the course, come alive, like that was really cool to experience that with them. And then just to kind of be in that environment where it's like, I can do this. Like, this is, I'm playing golf. Like, and I don't think it's...
What are you talking about? You've been playing golf forever.
No, but it's like that stigma that we talked about where it's like, for the longest time, it was the old women's group or the old, the old white men that played all this stuff.
Yeah.
Full circle. These girls had the cutest fits. I was so jealous. Oh my God. One was like an olive green with like white lined on it. Oh, it was so cute. So cute. And so to know that you can also have fashion and I get excited.
Yeah. I will also take any reps from any golf company that wants to send stuff our way. I will rep your shit.
Yes. Go for birdie. Any of them.
Any of them. I'm fine. I will rep the shit out of your shit.
Oh, super cute. So yeah.
Cute outfits.
And they're
I'm here
doing
for it.
a Galentine's that I'm going to.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and
That
that's
was
gonna
great.
be at, what course? I think Lake Forest it's at, so there'll be another course that I haven't played, which
Oh,
is super fun to see all these different courses.
okay.
Yeah.
That's fun. And then didn't your hubby go out and do like a guys one
His
too?
own.
How
Yeah,
was that?
it was amazing, he loved it, and of course, he's, like, big time in it with his group because they get a swag bag, they get, like
What?
right, but I did find out, which I'm gonna spring this on you now, but it sounds super cool. The girls are doing a girls' trip to Scottsdale in May to play golf, all girls. Sounds amazing. But his group, they're doing, like, Lake Tahoe, Saboba, like, all these other things. I'm like, "Man." I know.
Wow, guys.
I know, but I'm like, Scottsdale, I don't know."
That sounds fun. May's going to be a very busy month for me.
Oh, you're already busy. You're going to
I'm already booked.
yeah, you're booked.
I got
In
EDC.
somewhere at the end of the year, would you?
I know. I'll figure it out. I have EDC in May. No Doubt is coming to the Sphere. So we have No Doubt tickets to Sphere.
Wait, like, No Doubt with Gwen?
Yeah.
Ooh, are they
Yeah.
together touring?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes. So they're doing a big tour here at the Sphere. I am elated.
And you already have tickets?
Yep.
That was a pretty penny.
Well, it helps when you know people. And so I got them at cost, not at the
Still expensive.
crazy price that, well, they're like $700 or $800 a ticket now. That's not what I'm paying. Just saying.
Just saying.
But I was not. So we're gonna do that, and then
Well, I'm hoping that you'll still have a little window of time for us in July.
what's July?
Reese's birthday.
Oh, oh yeah. I forgot, but I didn't forget. But I forgot. It needs to go on my calendar, otherwise,
Oh, on another stinking vacation. That's it.
I'm not gonna be able to afford another vacation for quite some time because this Alaska trip is turning into the world's most expensive fucking vacation
So
that I didn't want to go on.
you'll have maybe it'll just be the time of your life. Maybe it'll be the time. Can I just say really quick? Like I thought I was gonna have FOMO for getting rid of our Disneyland passes, and it seems like somehow I needed to be, like, affirmed that we did the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen all of the people that have, like at the Pirates of the Caribbean, they, like, got out of the boat when it's right at the line when you come in the door, they stepped on the water to get out of the boat, and then they had the measles outbreak, and, like, all this shit is happening, and I'm like, "Okay." It was affirmed that this
That this was a good decision. I actually did not see that. Like I said, like I like to keep my head pleasantly in the sand.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot. Every once in a while I get things. It's awful because just all the controversial everything that's going around right now. If I get too
Yeah, don't engage.
involved, then I get upset. And then I think, why are people like that? And then it makes me mad. And then I'm like, no, I am not going to allow that to have power over me. I'm just not.
Because in order to do that, you have to literally disengage, and that's hard. But
You don't.
I can't even like, I know people get kicked out of Disneyland all the time. Like, I'm aware, like, we've seen a lot of, drunks escorted out and whatever, but this whole family, and they almost left the kid behind on the boat, and they're literally stepping into the water, right? Like when you come up and it's like the parrots there, and they're stepping in the water and jumping over the brick wall to then exit. Yeah.
Can I tell you, I would be paranoid that there's something down there, like a gear, that would grab my foot,
Yeah.
pull me under,
And that's it.
and then that's all she wrote.
Yep.
Your girl's drowned.
Yep.
And dead. All because She wanted to try and get off the ride. Like that, I would never in a million years. You've no idea what's down there.
Audacity, just the audacity of some of these people. They think the rules don't apply to them. They think that they're above having to wait to exit the right, like all of these things. And I'm just like, I am not in a place to deal with that shit anymore. Like,
Yeah. No, thank you.
I do not have patience. So I just wanted to share that I thought I was going to have FOMO and I don't.
You don't. When did your pass like cut off?
Just like
Right after Zach's
before Zach's birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you went out with a bang.
Yep. Yep.
That's good.
Because we love Disney, right? Like we love that, and I love it almost being in our backyard. But I'm good. I'm good.
Measles outbreak.
Yeah, you didn't hear that? Huge measles outbreak, and they had to so it was whoever they flew to LAX and landed, and then from LAX they went to Disneyland. They stayed at the Disneyland hotel. So they had to notify everybody in the Disneyland hotel, and then somehow they figured out they went to Thousand Oaks, and so it was spread that like.
Not even gonna go to the place where there should be no reason why measles are being spread again, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I don't have FOMO. I'm happy right here in my little.
Didn't you have your measles vaccine when you were little?
Right, but do you really want to be around that? And imagine like all of the like no.
I say no. I don't want to be out. I don't want to be out around it in public, but the things that I'm exposed to in the hospital and the things that I don't care about in the hospital, it's the funniest shit. Cause like literally they're like, oh, Channa, that person has, whatever. As I'm like walking in with no mask and no nothing. And I'm like, it's okay. My immune system's great.
But you're also conditioned to be in that environment. And
Sure.
you certainly wouldn't expect some sort of pathogen to be at Disneyland. Like,
yeah. And you're right. I don't want to come across it in like the real world. Ew. In the real world, I'm like, ew, that's gross. But then I get into the hospital, I'm like, this is fine.
Fine.
This is fine.
Yeah.
No big deal.
No big deal. That's so fun. That's so crazy. So really quick, I just want to do, and this might be a good time. Well, I guess it was 15 minutes ago, but anyway, this will be on the part 2. I just want to say really quick, I'll have already posted for Friday wearing all red for awareness for heart disease. But for those women who are of our age, a few really crazy statistics that you just need to pay attention to. And it really, I know people are like, oh, well, you have type 1. It's specific to you. It isn't. They're finding out younger women who are thin, women who are eating clean, if they can still have some sort of insulin resistance and high blood pressure. And these are markers that are going to lead us to heart disease.
Heart disease.
It is 1 in 2 women die of heart disease in the United States. Okay.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, 1 in 2, according to the CDC. And that means it's 60 million women in the United States die of heart disease. 60 million.
Which is an atrocious number for something that is so easily controlled by lifestyle changes, diet, exercise, glucose control.
But they're saying now the 4 things, because you have like these calculators online, you can calculate your risk, but that's really the male data driven. It's driven by the male data.
100%.
Yeah. And what they're saying now is if you've ever had complications in your pregnancies, if you do have an autoimmune or a chronic condition that is, could be lupus, could be RA, could be these different things that are not type 1.
Sure.
If you have thyroid issues. And so it's like check. So those of us that have these conditions, maybe it's stacked against us to begin with, but yes, try and get your cortisol levels dropped. Try and get that insulin resistance under control. But there isn't, like we always talk about breast awareness,
Sure.
Cancer and what you can do. There isn't really a list of things that you can go into your doctor and say, hey, check this. The biggest thing that they're saying now is anxiety. If you are someone who maybe has a little bit of anxiety, but all of a sudden you feel it spike and it's really big, that could be your heart. So these are all things now that they're like, because in my experience. For my heart attack, I did not have back pain, jaw pain, neck pain, anything, left arm pain. Like I had none of that. And I thought when I was driving myself to the hospital that I was having a panic attack. So it was elevated. And when they told me that my heart attack was not due to high blood pressure or high cholesterol, it was due to unregulated blood sugar for years, because I've talked about that, and
Sure.
copious amounts of stress. That should
Hmm.
be a warning for anybody to listen.
Well, all of the markers for increased cardiovascular risk for females are the things that we deal with on a regular basis. We're in charge of the home. We're in charge of the kids. We're in charge of schedules. We're in charge of taxing everybody around and like all of the plethora of things. Plus now we're working and, we just have so much on our plates that we have the high levels of stress and the high levels of anxiety and the pressures of keeping up with life. And now the pressure, I mean, it used to be magazines and stuff, right? Now it's social media. And I think that's elevating all of this as well back to social media's the devil.
Right. Well, and they're
It's
also
just,
talking about too, because most women are constantly living in fight or flight mode,
yeah.
and that is doing us no favors. So if we're not actively trying to seek out these, ClassPass like things that will bring our stress level down
Mm-hmm.
and be committed to that. They're also talking about caretaker guilt, mom guilt, all of these things
Yeah.
that we're living. Those are adding to the things. The problem again, though, is I don't say this lightly, but I feel like the breast cancer PR people are doing a much
Way
better
better job.
than the heart disease PR people.
Yeah.
And here's why. 300,000 plus women a year are dying from heart disease compared to 43,000 a year for breast cancer.
Right.
Now, no death is good on either side. But when you think of 300,000 versus 43,000, that's
Yeah.
huge. Just
There needs to be much, much, much more awareness for sure. And just from everything that I'm learning, again, a lot of these are modifiable factors. And there are things that we can do to help bring down our stress. There are things that we can do to help bring down our anxiety. Is the stressors of life going to go away? No. But we need to figure out a good, healthy place to let go of that release. So whether it's meditation, whether it's acupuncture, whether it's going for a damn walk, whether it's sex, whether it's like, I don't care what your outlet is. Honey, I need more sex because it makes me feel better and I don't want to die of a heart attack. I don't think there's going to be any husband around that's going to be like, no, no.
But what did I read? I forget where I read it, but it was something like if men could get to a place where they understand that a woman needs that physical touch, not necessarily leading to sex, that also brings our stress level down. Just that comfort, the hugs, the bear hugs, this like that holding your hand, just comforting, and it's not the anticipation of, oh, I know where this is going.
Well, sure, because guys are like, they come in hot.
Yeah, they do.
They come in hot. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Where's my romance?
Right.
Where's my like wine and dine me? Like, I just don't want to like get to it.
But don't knock me down.
Yeah. I'm like, can you just give me a little bit of romance? I know, like, you're just like they're there. And you're like, okay, I need a few minutes to get there, sir. You could help that out a little bit.
Few more minutes.
Maybe a little whisper, a little sweet nothing in my ear. I don't know,
Yeah.
So, yes, to that.
Well, and again, I've never subscribed to the stress-free life because that's just not going to happen.
But it's not possible.
Right. But so as I've been on this wellness journey, I have tried to see, because I also don't like the word balance. That's bullshit. There's always a bigger percentage in one category than there is in another. What I've learned is making the time, whether it's 2, 5, 10 minutes, that you dedicated to yourself to put these practices into place and be consistent with it. Your body starts to almost look forward to that. And then it knows, okay, breathe, this is okay.
Yeah.
As I do my dance move, this is okay.
I will agree with you that it's not about balance, but it's about learning as a balancing act. And that's what it is. It's learning how to balance everything. And yes, there's never going to be an even scale balance, but it is a balancing act of, okay, today I have put a little bit more here. And I feel it's the same thing with relationships, like you have to learn to balance things out and to juggle things around. It's not always going to be 50-50. There's no such thing as 50-50. I don't know any work-life balance that's 50-50, any marriage that's 50-50. Like that's not a thing. Like you just have to
Well, and so
juggle
that's
it,
why
balance it around.
I replace the
Balance
word
it around.
balance, I replace it with consistent, right? We're not looking for perfection, we're looking for consistency. So if you're making sure that you've carved out that 10 minutes for yourself, if you're making sure you've carved out the night for date night, if you've made sure
Yeah,
this is when you're going to go work out and you've really stayed consistent with that,
sure.
expecting the perfection and it has to look a certain way. And then, okay, go ahead.
And then not beating yourself up when you don't fucking when you miss the mark by a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. I feel like we don't give ourselves grace. We don't, and I'm the worst at this too. Like, nope, I didn't get it. Gosh darn it. Like, I suck. Like, what? I could have done better. And yeah, then you go down that rabbit hole. And then all that does is create more angst and anxiety and make you feel like shit.
Right. Well, and to that point, and I wanted to say this, I feel like there is a stigma attached to heart disease where we're ashamed or we're embarrassed or it's something that we feel like we've done. And maybe to a certain extent, we didn't do the best that we could. But if you're living with these autoimmune or chronic conditions and you already have the things stacked against you, I feel like if that's a reason we're not talking about it, we need to let that shame go. We need to let go and be able to say, okay, I have heart disease. No, it's not because I sat down and ate Oreo cookies for 10 years. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
And give ourselves the grace to be like, okay, you're in this position now. What are you going to do about it moving forward? And if we can just start there, I feel like that dialogue, that conversation, we're going to start talking about it because we need to be hiring some of those PR people at the breast cancer side to come on this side and be like, let's have, why is
Yeah.
there a checklist for heart disease? If that is such a big statistic, there should be some sort of streamline like there is for breast cancer, right? We know mammograms save lives. We know, certain things to stay away from, all these things. Why don't we have the same? And that was the other part of it too. A lot of younger women are going and they're just being completely dismissed by their doctors that it would even be about their heart. But when you look at these statistics and to know that the majority is between 35 and 50 that are having the heart attacks,
Yeah. Hello.
That's huge. That's huge. That's
Yeah.
huge. And the last thing I want to drop is more than 50% of women do not view the heart or heart disease as their biggest health threat. They're thinking about breast cancer. They're thinking about ovarian cancer. And those are all very important.
Because back to those marketing, no, because we're not being told that this is something that is an issue.
Right.
But it is an issue.
It is. I'm going to scream it.
Yeah. So I don't even know. I mean, like during breast cancer awareness month, we can be like, okay, go get your mammogram. I don't even know what to tell people for this. Back to, I mean, we talk about getting your hormones checked, but sure, getting your A1C checked, getting your labs drawn, because there are markers for. Right. You can have normal labs and still have some sort of cardiovascular disease, or you have some comorbidities. This is also why it's important for you to also know your familial history, because your family history puts you at risk for some of these issues.
Well, I didn't have any history like that, though. There's no cardiovascular at my mom's side or my dad's side. So, it was
the autoimmune. The things that we didn't even realize were working against your heart.
Yes. And then the last part to that is because it's 1 in 3 for women, it's 1 in 4 for men, but men get all of the love about heart disease. We talk about the widowmaker and things like that, but it's 1 in 3 for women. That's huge. And the part of that I think sticks out is I do think there is a lot of awareness out there for women's health in general, but I don't think it's, again, we talk about body systems and what we need to be focused on and things like that. And this is your heart. This is your heart. And as females, automatically our lining in the vein, it's thinner and the artery is smaller than in men. So we should already be doing things proactively and preventatively to make sure that we're getting rid of those statistics.
Sure.
It blows my mind.
Yeah. So like you said, Cardiovascular Awareness Month, February. Ladies, go out there, get your shit checked. Know that risks are different.
You can ask for a sonogram.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask, I mean, these are tests that shouldn't cost that much. I mean, pretty much anywhere you go, you can get a mammogram for relatively a low cost because they're just everywhere. We should be doing this for the EKGs, sonograms, even if it's just your carotid, even like just put that Doppler on you and just check.
Yeah. I know. You're gonna see me like, instead of like doing my veins, like, because we have a IV, we use an ultrasound.
Yeah.
I'm over there like looking at my carotids. Somebody comes walking in, mind your business. I'm just checking my carotids, making sure there's no atherosclerosis.
We're gonna normalize it. We're gonna normalize it. So yeah. So that's my little spiel for Heart Month.
I love it.
Yours ticket.
Happy Heart Month, but not happy.
And you can still dance and go golf and have a family. Just do it.
Yeah. Be aware of your risks and do what you can to modify those risks.
And oh my gosh, self-advocate. Self-advocate for yourself, because if you don't have the best doctor or they're just pushing you,
go find a new one.
Go find a new one.
Find a nurse practitioner.
Yep.
Yep. One of them people. Yeah. So how about the weather? Like, is it nice and warm? Because like it was 72 damn degrees today.
Hold on to your hat, literally. You ready for this? It was in Huntington Beach today, 93 degrees.
What?
At Huntington Beach.
Yeah, and I'm so sorry. Like, the groundhog came out the other day and said that it was like 6 more weeks of winter. I was like, okay, Punxsutawney Phil, like, I think you're wrong.
Have a seat.
I think you're wrong. Because it's hot as hell. It's like supposed to be in the 70s all week this week here in Vegas. And again, being that I was in Park City last week, and although it was chilly, the lack of snow, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that I know his name's not Punxsutawney Phil, but you know what
the groundhog?
Is his name actually It is Punxsutawney Phil, right? I'm thinking Groundhog Day, but that is the right thing. Anyways, so I digress. Yeah. So anyways, I look forward to the extra winter.
I hope. Because it was Santa Ana winds today at 93 degrees at the beach. There was no onshore flow. There was no cover. Yeah.
93 degrees. Did you dress appropriately?
Nope. Nope. Yeah. I did not.
I went to so I was at the Hot Pilates, and I was like, oh, I'll wear like they're called 7/8. I use Fabletics, love Fabletics. So I use all my leggings are like my 7/8 leggings.
Super
and
look at knee short socks that go, yeah.
I don't wear socks. What are socks? Sometimes.
Be nice for you.
Yeah. Okay, but anyways, because I don't think that like capris look good on short girls. That's just a personal thing. I like if the capris. That's why I like the 7/8 because it's like just long enough to be short, but not like short to be like a capri.
And then you don't even wear the little tiny ankle socks.
I mean, not when I'm working out. I mean, if I have like shoes on, but like for Pilates and yoga, no, I don't wear socks. I'm barefoot.
You drive there barefoot?
No, I got my Uggs. Or today I wore my flip flops. Hello, it was 72 degrees out. I was 100% in my flip flops. But once I was walking out of there, in my head, I was like, damn, I should have worn my shorts. So I think I'll be wearing my shorts the next couple days to the classes that I'm choosing. But yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's past your bedtime.
It is not. I'm just at the extra killer workout, and it was killer. It was killer. In a heat and all of that. Like, again, it was, we don't need to get back into it, but it was good. I was very excited.
I cannot wait to hear about Tuesday, but this will be the second part to part 2. So we will come back with a new episode in 2 weeks with lots to tell and lots to share.
So,
I love being 14 days apart. It was awesome when we were younger, or when you were younger, and it's awesome now that we're older for me, but yeah.
Whatever. I was literally just talking to a dude the other day about how I came out to the stockyards.
Oh, yeah.
And we went line dancing and did all of the things.
Yes.
After we were 21, so we could go and have a good time and do all of that. And then you flew out to Vegas and I drove out to Vegas and we did like the whole 21-year-old thing out here too.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes, but now I don't know. Does 47 feel any, like, does it feel bad any different? I don't think this is a hard birthday for us.
No. Yeah, it was lackluster. I didn't feel any kind of way. I wasn't upset about it. I wasn't sad. I wasn't upset. Like I said, I wasn't happy. It was there. Yeah.
Another trip around the sun.
Yeah. Very excited. I think as I get closer to 50, I'll probably freak out, but we'll see.
I know. I don't want to think. I just one day at a time.
I know. It's like when I fold.
We almost made it.
Babe, I'm filming.
Almost made it.
So close. But anyways.
Yes.
Well, it was good catching up.
It's great catching up. I love it.
Because like sometimes I feel like I can't like catch up with you on the phone before this, because then I feel like we lose things. I'm like, no, that would have been so good for the pod.
No, you did really good by keeping that tidbit of you listening to a podcast, which failed, but we'll get you back.
All right. We'll see. Well, until next time.
We love you, Truth Babes. Let us know what you're dealing with, what you are having to shiv it with, what you're trying, what you're experiencing. We want to hear all about it, and we'll catch you later.
See you soon.